Everyone, my name is Joe and welcome to my channel Time Ninja. In this video, we are going to learn how to build a interactive and good looking dashboard in Microsoft Excel. But before we do that, let me give you a quick overview of the dashboard first. Alright, so about this dashboard, we are going to be using productivity data, and the theme is forest or in a jungle setting. And of course, our color scheme would be green with a touch of tan and light green. Now, we've added data validations, slicers and timelines, and of course, pivot tables and charts. We've used some bar graph and pie charts as our part of our visuals. And our formulas and functions, we have added days left before due since we're dealing with productivity. Now, last one, we've added few VBA codes as well to automate our insert date and refresh our pivot tables. And now moving on to our main dashboard, before we can even start designing this, we will need to learn three things. First one is we need to add some shapes, and we need to learn how to customize them. They will serve as our background for our charts and checks. And then number two, we're gonna have to learn how to create pivot tables and charts. And lastly, to make our dashboard interactive, we will be adding slicers and data filters. If we combine all of them, then we can start designing our dashboard. Now, without much fuss, let's go straight to step one, adding shapes and customizing them. I would assume you already have an existing data, which is productivity data. And so start with, make sure you have a clean sheet and color our background based on the guidelines that we have here. So these are our color scheme, right? Make sure also for me, the background would be this, it's color 10. Let's copy the hex code and make sure that we get the right color in here. Go back to sheet and go to view. Let's remove the grid lines. Now I would set my workspace with just one view, and I just avoid scrolling to the right or scrolling down just to see other details of your dashboard. So I would want to set my workspace just from A1 through Z39. That's where I want to color my background, and the rest of the columns can be hidden, or we can hide them by highlighting. Let's start with AB. Highlighting column AB. Just click on Control Shift, right arrow, right click on any column, then click on hide. Let's do the same for our rows. Start with from row 41, hold Control Shift, down arrow, right click any rows, and then click on hide. Control Home for A1. Now let's color our background tan. Go to Home and fill background. So in my case, I already have used this. If you don't have it in your recent colors yet, you can use more colors. But before that, let's click on Control A, go to fill, and click on more colors. I'm not sure if we've copied the right hex code, but I think we did. Just click on OK. There you go. Now let's add our first shape. I would go to Insert, go to Shapes, and the shape that we've used is, I think that was the top corners rounded. Just place it somewhere, and we have to rotate it left 90 degrees. Click on or hold Shift. Make sure that it stopped right, just 90 degrees to the left. There you go. So we want to make sure that we have some adjustment here, margins, right? So then adjust our shape, move it all through the right, just enough. You have enough space. Um, okay, there you go. Adjust this, leave a bit of space so you can, maybe we can just adjust that later. And we can adjust the round corners, by the way, by clicking and holding the yellow circle and dragging up it up. Okay, that's enough. Now let's remove the outlines by clicking on the shape itself. Go to shape format, remove, click on no outline, and then let's change the color to, I think it was this one. Copy the hex code. So let me make sure we got the right one. Let me go back to the right dashboard. Okay, I think we did. Um, where am I? Okay, click on the format, shape format, change the shape fill. It should be this one. Or, sorry, let's do that the manual way. Morph your colors, add the hex code here under custom, click OK. All right, there we go. Now we've added the shape. We wanted more, a bit of effect in it. So it kind of, you know, highlighted or put some glowy something on the outline just so we could emphasize that this is the background and and some few effects we can add. Just click on shape format, shape effects. Let's add a glow, and I don't want it to be so light. We can make it a bit darker. So I would choose dark green, and I want it to be more darker. So let's go back to glow and glow options and adjust the transparency to where you think it's enough for you. I think that's good enough for me. Now, let's see what else have we got. I think we just did our first shape. Now, the next thing that we will do is we will be adding more shapes so we can finish up the entire layout. And we will be fast forwarding this part just so you don't get bored in this video. But yes, looking back at the dashboard, we will be adding more background elements. And yeah, see you on the next step 2. So just watch on how we add more shapes and put up some effects to it. All right, so now we're done adding all the shapes, but I think we were missing two things here. Um, First one is the alignment and making sure that our shapes are aligned, and the second one is grouping them. Right. So let's do the alignment first. You can do that by clicking on the shapes and holding shift, and then click on the next shape again. What we want to do is to make sure that they're aligned on this top part here. Just click on them, uh, go to shape format, look for align, and then align top. There you go. The same thing that you would do for all of this. Let's see. Maybe we can do the same or align top. Oh, my bad. Control Z. Just pick the first three. Align top. Do the same here. Second row, align top. All right. We can also distribute them. I don't know if that will work. Let's see what it will do. Um, okay. Did nothing, but I think they're well distributed. The next thing is we can actually group them. So you don't have to move them one by one. Again, just click on any shape, hold shift, and then right click, go to group there. So if you want to move them all at the same time all together, just click on any shape and there you go. So now let's move on to step two, which is adding pivot tables and pivot charts. Okay, now there are two charts we've used in this dashboard, the bar chart and the pie chart. So the bar chart or the bar graph, we've used that for the top priorities. You can see on, you could look at going back to the dashboard. We've used that for the top priorities visual. So we will add a pivot table for that first, and we'll add the chart, the bar graph for that. Now, make sure that your data set is clean, but we're not going to do that here. And I'm pretty sure, or definitely, we're going to have a different session for how to clean or to prepare your data set for for your pivot tables and for your dashboard. But for now, let's go ahead and make sure that we add a pivot table. And first thing is make sure that your data set is on a table. It's created with a table. And to do that, just click on or highlight the entire table or data set, sorry, and Control T. So in this case, for me, I've already, this is already in a table format. You, you can see the name of your table here in formulas and the name manager. So this range here is called table one. Now, if you've already formatted your data set into a table, now we're ready to create our first pivot table. Now, there are other options to do a pivot table. You can either highlight your data set, which I don't recommend because whenever we're going to be adding our lines here or our entries here, the pivot table would not be dynamic. It means it's not going to reflect the new lines that you've added. So having your data set set up into a table will have pivot table dynamic. And now let's start by adding a new sheet and call it pivot tables and charts. And let's start by next thing is go ahead and insert pivot table. If you can recall, our table name is named table one. So just put in here table one. There you go. Now, um, the first thing that we would do is add the top priorities because we need to also add the bar graph, right? And to do that, we'll have to put on the notes. Top priorities would mean your high priorities, of course, and let's drag down the status because we only want those that are in progress and not started, right? And drag down the name, of course. There you go. And the due date, well, due date, we don't need, we would obviously look at all the due dates here. Now, let's see. Oh, sorry. So due date should be here, actually. We want to see the next due or the tasks that are due that are coming. very soon, right? So let's add the bar graph. I think we're good. We're good with this. Now, let's add a bar chart in here. And to do that is click on Insert, Pivot Chart. Here you go and add the bar. Actually, we're missing something. We forgot this left, right? And to edit that, click on this value field setting, um, remain as sum, number format, put it in the number and decimal places should just be zero. Click on OK. There you go. Now we'll add the pivot chart. Click on this pivot table, go to insert, pivot chart, click on pivot chart, then bar. There you go. This is what we want. Just click on OK, and then we're gonna edit that in a bit. Now we don't want all this namings and labels here, so you want to go to pivot chart, analyze. Again, make sure that you are on the chart. Then click on field buttons, uncheck everything. Right there you go. Now, um, I don't want the grid lines, so just click on that and click on delete. We don't want this as well. There you go. And we want to look for other design other than this. So what we want to do is click on the chart again, go to format or design, and maybe just pick this basic one. Sorry. So I think we're good with this. And let's remove the borders. Go to shape outline and format. I don't want this. And we want just the data labels. Click on this. And we want format access. The remove the lines in here. Let's click on no line. There you go. And we want this header names to be aligned to the right. So what we can do is format this here and click on labels, go to low. There you go. And all right, guys. So what we can do here is I want this to be aligned to the right, or the position should be, horizontal and not this vertical labels here. So it's format axis and then go to labels and check this multi-level category labels there and make sure that label position is at low, just so you don't, your labels and your numbers don't bump into each other. And so yeah, that's it. Let's color this. Oh, maybe we can customize that later. So um, now your pivot table is set up and chart is there. Um, the next thing that we will do is actually set up all the pivot tables for each metrics that are shown in our dashboard. So I will explain that to you later why we need to do that. And again, we will fast forward this part here where we will be adding all the necessary pivots for all our metrics. See you guys on the last part. So guys, we have to stop here so that I can explain this instance here where we need to add an if error VLOOKUP. We will be using this as text. We will be adding this as text in our dashboard. So that's why just for just to make sure that we make it look good rather than using the pivot tables, it will capture the, we won't be able to edit some of these headers, right? So we might as well just put it or add this what they call this metrics in our dashboard as text. So I'll show you later in a bit. Now let's go ahead and add one more chart and make sure that I walk you through on how we could add a the pie chart, because we've already added this bar graph in here, the bar chart. So let's now add the pie chart. We've already added this. We've already set this up. What we did here was to show the progress of each, the percentage of each status that we have completed. We can shows here that 50%. Sorry for the voice. So 50% of the entire task has been completed, and 14 and 34 for both in progress and not started. So what we can do here is just click on insert, click on inside the pivot table, click on insert, go to pivot chart and look for pie chart. What we want to use is this one, the donut. Click on OK. And then again, let's uncheck all the fields in here. We don't want all of them. Uncheck. Oh, sorry. There. So we want to delete this and the name. Then let's look for a better design that matches our color scheme. I'd see. I'd use this for now. Uh, I can delete this, or you can probably add that, but put this on uh, at the top. Let's see, quick layout. Go to quick layout and use this. And click this. Remove that. Now let's remove the borders. Go to format, shape outline, no outline. There you go. Now we can remove the fill as well. Make sure it does look transparent when we move it over to the dashboard. So let's do the same for the bar chart as well. No fill. There you go. We can see the grid lines at the back. Um, let's see. I think we're done. Let me just review and go back to the dashboard here. Okay. So yeah, I think we're so we're done adding all the pivot tables and charts. Now we're gonna proceed on moving them over to our main dashboard and start designing and see what give you a sample where we can just cut this and move it over to the dashboard, and then we can start designing from here, change our colors. Then oh, did I just copy that? Okay, so we could, no, it's okay, you can leave it there. Copy this, move it over here. Oh, sorry guys, my bad. It's so hard to catch. Oh man, there you go. And edit. move it. Okay, now what we can do next is we can start. I'll show you how to add the text. From here, go to insert, click on text box, um, insert that here. What we can add here is the total task to complete, which means the in progress and the not started. You don't have to type the numbers here. So what we can do is link this uh, to the charts that we've done here, or the pivot tables that we've created here. To do that, just click on the formula bar equals, it should be, you do not point them directly to the pivot because um, it won't allow you. Look, oh, it actually did. So that's crazy. Anyway, so that's what you can do. Um, Now let's do the same for other. Maybe we can show here, or we can try to edit this first. Shape format. Again, don't put any fill. Uh, Not text, but shape. No fill. Text should be black. Um, you can edit this from here. Then I want Roboto. 28. 32 would be fine. Remove the outline. Change this to green. Um, Center, color green. There, make it bold, bigger. And then we can add, um, let's add some shapes. So we can add your logo here. Click on shift. You can hold shift so it will give you a perfect circle. Now again, you already know with this, we already learned how to edit shapes. Remove the fill and just leave it that way so you can insert your logo here. And then let's add another text. So we can call this task to complete. Task to complete. Let's edit this. 10. I'll make it green. And edit shape format, no outline, no fill. Okay, and then maybe we can insert a line here. You can click on shift, so it'll give you hold shift, so it'll give you a straight line. Adjust it, change it to green, looks better. Now, how you can add, let me, let's add an image here in our shape. I don't know how I could, there you go. Now, right click, format shape, go to fill, and then picture. Now you can insert your company logo or your team's logo here. I won't do that here for now, but yeah. Next thing is we could probably add more um We can add icons. So what we can do here is put in the to do, working, and completed. Now, just copy this text and move it over here. Change it to the status, to do, um, working, or in progress. Let's say in progress. Never mind. Just put it in working, means in progress, and completed. Just so you can see the breakdown of all your tasks per status. Now let's edit this and we can add, you know, some icons for better visuals. To do, I would color this yellow, or let's say, no. Let's add some icons first. So go to insert. If you don't have any icons in your Excel version, that's fine. You can download some icons from the internet, and then you can add it as a picture. So my version has the icons feature. So let's go ahead and insert it and look for, maybe that's something related um, to do or working. Uh, in our dashboard, we've added like a setting icon. Let's look for that. Yeah, insert. Now move it over here. To do means maybe we could highlight it green or red. And again, let's insert a text just so we could duplicate this. You could actually copy and paste it there. It'll be quicker to do that. And then change this formula here. Now to do your to do pivot is look is here in E or D6. Now what you can do is, am I right? Yeah, that's the to do count. Let's go back and change it to D6. D, just change the letter, click enter. Now it'll go back to default. Um, Pretty inconvenient, but I guess we'll have to do that editing again. Just click on this again, edit. It was 32, right? Yeah, 32, bold, green. Let's do the same for in progress or working. Just copy and paste. Let's find the working pivot here, and that is G6. G6, change that. So this icon here that you see, or character that you see, means lock, means it won't, you know, it won't be adjusting the formula, or it's locked within G and it's locked within just 6. So the purpose of that is it won't move the formula and it'll stay the same. So in our case, since we did not move the formula, we just edited the letters, then that's fine. It'll work. So now again, let's edit this text here, change to Roboto 32, bold, copy, paste completed. Let's look for the completed pivot that's in J6. Go back, edit. J6. Can edit it. $32 old green. And then let's add some few more icons. Let's look for something that's related. Okay. Or workout. Um, I found something in here. Anyway, let's go back. Let me look at the dashboard that we created and see what we did there. I think it was the one with the one carrying a some weights. Work up in progress. So we have kind of limited. Oh, there you go. What's this thing called anyway? Whatever. Just add it and adjust the size. Color it yellow, just so it means it's work in progress. I'm pretty sure this is not yellow. Let me see. It's quite orange. Yeah, orange. So it's a bit brighter. Completed. Of course, it's green. Completed. Let me see what icon we used here. Okay, I see it. It's clap icon, like a celebration. There. Insert. Move it here. Change it to green. There. Now, you can add few more uh number breakdown in here. I'd leave it blank for now just so we could proceed with our slicers and data filters. Okay, now let's proceed to adding our slicers. And how to do that is just click on any pivot, then click on insert, go to slicer. What we want to do is we want to filter on the client names. Um, so if you are looking at the productivity and you're working on different clients, you might want to look at your client names first or your project names and just click on, in this case, we have a client name here, click on OK. Now, this slicer currently is not connected to all of these pivots yet. If you can recall, we aim to make sure that all of these pivots and charts are being connected to one slicer. It'll make it more it'll make our dashboard more interactive and make sure that we organize our data and we wanted to see what we just wanted to see right now. We have we can edit this and modify this. Let's see if we could match it with our current color scheme. This will work for now. Then next is make sure that, again, like let's look at report connections, and to do that is go to slicer, click on report connection, make sure that these are all your pivots, right? So it means it's not currently connected to each other. So just click on check, click on OK. Now notice when we click on client one, everything adjusted accordingly. All right, even the even the what do you call this, pie chart, right? Okay, now we are ready to put this. Just click on Control X so we can cut it and put that here. I would put that here on the side, and I don't want some borders behind it. But again, it's gonna be kind of tedious if we create our own. um our own, what they call this, style, because it's not, slicers doesn't have the same formatting options that shapes do. So, but what you can do really, if you have, you have more time, click on new slicer and then um, make sure that you edit or modify the options here according to what you desire, right? So for now, we're not gonna discuss that here. Let's use whatever's available in our slicer styles. So let's test, right? So we want to see client one. Client one has 11 tasks. It means 7 and 4, 7 to do and 7 not started, 4 in progress, and out of, let's put that a bit down here. And so if you add all this, that's the total of your task, all of your tasks. You can actually add another um, shape in here and add the overall task that you're currently working on or you have completed. And we have another thing, we're missing another thing. Let's add one more slicer. The category. I think we have a category here, right? So again, just click on any pivot, click on insert, add a slicer and category, click on OK, modify this, look for the closest color scheme. And what we want to do is just cut this here. And what we want to do is, since we're looking at just one column here, we can extend that here and add columns, more columns, so that it will be shown in 4 columns. What we can do is click on slicer and on this part here, increase this to 4 and adjust the size of your slice. Awesome. Right now, so let's test this out and see that the client one only has 3 categories under under it. Um, all right, so that's good. Now the last one is to add a timeline so that we'll know the due dates for each for each task. And to do that, let's go back to your charts and pivots. Click on again any pivot, click on insert and click on timeline. We can use the due date here, click on OK. Now, again, let's look for the closest color scheme. And I don't want to show all of this here because it's pretty much obvious that this is our timeline. And we can click on timeline here and uncheck all of it. Leave the time level, I guess. The scroll bar, of course, you want to leave that there. Now, click on copy or cut, then paste it here. Move it over here, adjust. There you go. Now, I know this is not the same, exactly the same dashboard that I've showed you. Now, the purpose is actually to make sure that you have all the skills and the tools that you needed so that you can create your own dashboard, right? So um, let's test all these filters out and see if we're getting the right the right visual that we wanted to see. Uh, oh, sorry, forgot the connection for this. Click on timeline, click on report connections, and then check all of those boxes that are unchecked. Click on OK. All right, now, and there you go. So if you want to highlight the entire months, just hold shift, click on Shan, hold shift, and December. There you go. So we're pretty much done. The difference is we're just gonna add few more um, text to make it look better, and I leave that to you. Probably we can just again move forward and fast forward, just so we can complete the entire visual, and the rest is gonna be on your creativity. You know, you can add more icons and more images to make your dashboard look good. You can probably add one more shape in here, you know, more of the notes, any notes that you can add, one more shape here, no outline. There you go. And that is it, guys. You are now a certified Ninja Dashboard Builder. You can now start building your own interactive dashboards and, of course, make it more beautiful than what we have here. But if you're not so sure if you're creative, and I'll go ahead and share with you some link for some inspirations on your color scheme and UI designs. Also, I would really love to get your feedback on this tutorial, so please go ahead and feel free to add any comments or suggestions. If there's anything you want to learn or you want to know more, let me know in the comments below so we can add it onto our next videos. Guys, please do not forget to subscribe and like this video. And I also believe that your time is precious and you probably don't want to spend a lot of time building it. You can actually go ahead and buy this dashboard and make use of all the features and automations we have added in the dashboard. Now, I am adding the link in the description below where you can buy it. And also, if you need more help customizing it, feel free to email me or message me on my social media accounts. See you guys again soon. Bye.